Hello everyone, welcome back to Arsene Lupin, Once a Thief. We are in some kind of chateau with a difficult name that I couldn't remember and figure out. Anyway, this is us, and we play as, I don't know, Divane's maid. I can't stand around chatting all day. We didn't even start it. The servant, we don't want to talk with him either. Louis Rosane!
Good evening.
Good evening.
I've not seen you with this crowd before. Who are you?
Horace Velmont. I only met George recently at a casino and...
A gambling man, eh? You'll fit right in.
I'm currently betting on the odds of you finding some manners, and it's not looking good.
Hey, we don't know you. Listen in.
How are we supposed to figure it out if you're not going to tell us?
I didn't get to where I am today without solving a few problems.
Or eating a few pies. All right, I'll tell you, but you'll never get it. A beacon through the darkness and struggles that stand before us. Without its guidance, we would be lost, wandering alone, aimlessly through the hardships of this world.
This seems like a riddle. I believe I need to take a picture. Maybe not.
I have no idea.
A childish game anyway.
Why am I not surprised it fell on deaf ears? Except mine, that is.
Cool. And who are you? Oh, our old friend.
Good evening. And you are?
Le Baron Carl.
Riveting conversation, as always.
How do you know Georges?
We frequent the same auction house.
Oh.
An art collector. Fascinating. You must have acquired quite a collection yourself.
I don't know. I adore this game. I have found some bugs, but still the whole premise, the story, the fun that I'm getting from this game, so good.
I did have. I'd rather not talk about it.
A sore loser. Sometimes it's better to just accept the hand one's been dealt.
Any idea why I had thrown this party?
I have no idea. This is the first time I've left my home in... I should have just stayed.
I'll second that.
Hey, I should be going. Right. Wait, are you? First mate! Long time no see.
Is everything all right? This is supposed to be a party.
You try enjoying yourself with your captain watching over you.
Have I stumbled upon a Navy reunion?
If I knew he'd be here, I wouldn't.
Oh, so you didn't tag alone. You two don't get along?
We haven't always seen eye to eye, but he's my superior officer. That's all I've got to say.
Right, very smart.
I should probably put my hand up to most of the recent conflicts.
Right, Captain. How you doing?
Let me guess. Captain? Horace Velmont, landlover.
Well, seafarer or landlubber, it's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Not what I expected. In a social surrounding, he's a different man.
How do you know Georges?
George is a keen sailor and a dab hand with a rod. There's no better pastime, you know.
I am no fisherman, but there was this one time... Well, apparently it got away.
Aha, yeah, I remember that.
I bet it was a real sea monster. Never mind it getting away, as long as you had fun.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And slipping his watch from his pocket was indeed fun.
The man that was sat next to you?
Yes, my first mate.
Is it custom to bring your crew to parties?
Most definitely not. I like to keep my work and private life as separate as possible, especially with certain members of my crew.
How are your land legs?
Land legs! Very good. I must admit, I do miss the gentle sway of my ship. La Provence, my pride and joy. What is it you do?
I'm a painter myself. That's how George and I got talking, albeit around the cards table.
He does like his art. You should speak to the Baron. He's a collector. If you can get a word out of him.
Why do you want to mention Arsene Lupin right now from the very start? Arsene Lupin stole from you?
Indeed, he did steal from me. He terrorized my guests. He was a menace from the moment he snuck on board.
At least that inspector was able to catch him. That must have been a relief.
It was until his trial. You must have seen it. Wasn't even him in the dock. You do bear a striking resemblance to him, you know.
And that's why you should have kept your mouth shut.
I've heard. I'm not sure I believe it myself.
But now he's suspicious.
While I don't think the captain has the slightest inkling of my true identity, I don't want to give anyone any reason to be suspicious.
I should be going.
If I could have everyone's attention for just a moment, I wanted to say,
Oh, haven't we already done this?
you're right, but you're gonna want to hear this. On second thoughts, join me in the salon and I'll explain when we're all comfortable. Much better. Now, you may or may not know that you all, excluding my new friend Horace here, have been on the losing side of Arsene Lupin's crimes.
That was meant to be kept a secret.
Airing out everyone's dirty laundry, are you now, George?
I've not brought you here to rub your faces in it. I want you all to be here for his capture. Chateau de Thibermesnil is perfect. The art, the riches, the secrets he won't be able to resist.
What makes it any more secure than my Chateau de Malaquis?
You allowed strangers into your home, strangers that stripped your gallery and left you
With nothing.
with nothing. While you relied on an inspector, I've gone one step further and found the only man that can put a stop to Arsene Lupin forever. Well, who is it?
Yes, I'm eager to know.
Tomorrow at 4 p.m. sharp, the famous English detective Herlock Sholmes will be arriving at Chateau de Thibermesnil's gates.
When one adversary is defeated, another appears.
Herlock Sholmes? As in...
I was as surprised as you.
Really, Arsene?
Would I lie now? I must admit, hearing of his arrival initially gave me a moment of apprehension, but that was quickly replaced with urgency and excitement for what was to come.
The Chronique de Thibermesnil, Volume 2. I already have the copy from the National Library of Paris, now just need this one, and of course it's locked away. It looks far more complicated than a jimmy and unlock. There are 4 compartments, each with different shaped keyhole to consider. Why do we need that book? To the conservatory. Hello, friend. Anything to inspect? A bookcase ladder? This could be useful. It seems to be attached to the rail. I'll need something flat to separate this. Okay. Go upstairs, one moment. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. So many friends. Very nice place. Very cozy indeed. Can I talk with you? No. Rosane?
Can't you see we're busy? I would have thought George had checked his guest's manners at the door.
Sorry to interrupt.
I'm going to enjoy toying with him again.
You know, you remind me of someone. Someone quite unpleasant.
Unpleasant but handsome.
You've got a better sense of humor than him, that's for sure.
I've just been chatting with the captain.
He's not tried to lock you up, has he? Forget it. He's probably not even noticed the resemblance.
He actually did.
I get the feeling there's some history between you.
History, and I wish a lot of miles. I'll leave it there.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to him spinning being locked up into him being the hero.
Alright, so what do we have here? A small hole? A mural?
Huh.
A large mural in the center seems worn from the foot traffic though. It depicts a crown, cross, chalice, candle and a bell. Okay, so what we need to do? We need to take pictures. Because this seems important. Who are you? Can I talk with you? What about you, my friend? Baron?
It's you again.
You've had a run-in with Arsene Lupin?
He took everything from me that I cherished. It was once a gallery full of exquisite pieces, and now...
You could have paid.
Bare, empty, desolate.
Why ask if you already know?
It's not hard to see what the Baron considers important. Nothing makes a man more vulnerable than loneliness, except greed. And he has both in spades.
You are the Baron with the Watteau tapestry?
I was, until it was destroyed at the hands of that detective.
I think he's an inspector. Sounds like he caused more damage than good.
Exactly. And it is me who had to pay the price. Twice!
There's a part of me that almost feels sorry for Inspector Gammy now taking all of the blame. I did say almost.
I should be good. This is the book, right? A strange diamond-shaped hole. It looks like the key to opening this cabinet is locked behind a mechanism tied to these holes. I wonder if I can find something to use here. Diamond hole. Oh, small hole, alright. A strange shield-shaped hole. Alright, I see now. Another small hole. A strange teardrop-shaped keyhole. And the last one, a strange heart-shaped hole. Right, so I will need to find something, but I don't know yet what, and I don't know, let's go upstairs. We have some paintings here, some books, not interactable. Oh, a telescope. Oh, indeed. A bear and there's some scribbles on its nose, no? Oh, dear eye. There's something odd about the teardrop-shaped eye. It's like the deer is still crying. We need to get that. Somehow. Where was it? How am I meant to reach the eye? With a ladder, but first we need to somehow detach it. So we'll need to find something. I probably should go back to the conservatory, maybe there is something that I could use. Let's go there. Alright, so what do we have here? We have a narrow gap? What do you mean? One should be very careful when wanting to walk through here. If you say so, okay. That's a weird observation. Gas fireplace. There is something about an open fire, but with gas. I've heard it's much easier to control the temperature. It looks like something glittering through the flames. There is no way I can reach it while it's burning. So we will need to extinguish it somehow. Then here we have a door, inactive, a captain, maid.
How can I help you?
So all maids have the same kind of fridge hiding their eyes. Why? It's getting a little hot in here.
I'm afraid Mr. Devan is very particular about the fireplace.
That's all right. I'll maybe head out for some fresh air. If the thermostat is inconveniently placed outside.
We need to find the thermostat. A shoelace. If it's not currently in someone's shoe, I'm sure no one will miss it. I wonder why we need it. A door to a boot room? Right. Anything on the table? A knife? Irresponsible to leave a knife lying around. I'll take care of it. Empty glass? Mr. Devan has spared no expense, even on his glassware. What are we going to do with all these items? Oh, I wonder. Oh, the shoelace! Very subtle, this should make a great trip hazard. But why? Now I need to avoid that place. Hey, George! Devan's ring. A curious ring with a very thin shape, one that will fit into a very thin hole. The shape of his ring, I just need to figure out a way to get it off that finger. All the pieces are in place to cause chaos. Now to pull them off in the right order.
Horace, my friend.
But wait!
Thank you again for inviting me. I feel a little...
Intimidated? Ha! Don't worry, they're all harmless. Now go on, make yourself at home.
That was some speech.
You liked it? I hoped you would. Like I said, most of them have dealt with Lupin. You haven't. I can get an honest opinion from you.
About what?
My plan, obviously.
Tell me the plan.
There's no way Lupin can resist trying to rob me. Trying being the dominant word.
Are you going to set some sort of trap for him?
That's the beauty of it. He's gonna trap himself. I think he knows about the secret tunnels, and when he can't find his way out, Detective Sholmes will be there waiting.
He has high expectations of Detective Sholmes and exceptionally low of me. I'd call that naivete.
Why Sherlock Sholmes?
If you want to be the best, you gotta beat the best. And in this case, that's him.
It's not a little overkill to bring him all the way from London?
It didn't take much persuading. Since Lupin's been on the run, news of his antics has spread. Catching him is as good as a done deal.
While I hadn't expected this evening to turn how it has, I'll enjoy bringing Monsieur Devanne and his hired detective back down to earth.
I'm not done yet. There is the boot room that I haven't explored yet. Can I please just leave it for now and come back, and then come back here? Okay. First, secure the shoelace across the narrow gap. That is done. Then inform the maid that Devanne needs a cool refreshment. No, wait. Once the trap is set, use the thermostat to turn up the heat. Then inform the maid that Devanne needs a cool refreshment. In the case that follows, slip the ring off Devanne's finger. Once Devanne leaves the room, extinguish the fire and find out what's glittering back there. I'm confused about the order of these two. Not sure. Let's try. I'm going to have to look at this a different way.
What did you know of Herlock Sholmes at the time?
I'd heard of his successful cases, as I'm sure you had. His name was all over the newspapers. Still, it wasn't enough to worry me. If I'd prepared correctly, I'd be long gone before he even arrived.
Leaving another lawman in your wake.
It really is uncanny. If you were next to each other in a police lineup, I couldn't tell the difference.
Okay, cool, we are stuck. I think there was a bug at this very moment that like two screens got overlaid, but we are back. You mentioned secret tunnels.
You would not believe the history of this place. I've got a book, Chronique de Tibermenil. It's got everything about the castle, including
the secret tunnels. And you think Lupin knows how to access them?
I think that Georges knows that you are Arsene Lupin.
There's another version of the book that's kept in the National Library, Paris. And would you believe it? It was stolen recently.
He suspects more than I give him credit for. Not that it's going to help him. He's right, though. I'm going to need a copy of the Chronique de Tibermenil from the cabinet.
And it seems that the order of situations is out of order, because this is supposed to be before. Well, I don't know. It feels wrong. Why try to catch him in the first place?
To show that I'm not a pushover like everyone else. They all had the arrogance to underestimate him. Look where that got them.
And I'd argue that's exactly what he's doing.
And with the help of Detective Sholmes, you'll catch him?
The world will know the name. Devanne.
I get the feeling Georges is more interested in his own fame rather than seeing me locked up. How disappointed he shall be.
When will they learn?
To be fair to Monsieur Devanne, if ever there was a trap that Arsène Lupin would fall into...
I just don't understand the arrogance. Why set the challenge at all?
Like he said, if you want to be the best, unfortunately for him, he's far from it.
Okay, so now I'm back to here. Good. I need to arrange these two. I could do this in my sleep. Wonderful. I'm confused a little bit about the sequence of situations. I think that there was not like a bug, but like people that developed the game kind of overlooked some things. I could be very wrong though. So, what am I looking for here? A uniform. A selection of freshly pressed uniforms in multiple colors. I'm going to need more than just a change of clothes to remain unrecognizable. What else can I use for my disguise? Maybe not yet. But we will find something. But what? A boot polish. Perfect for keeping my boots looking their best. Maybe there's something else I can use it for too. Oh, so we are going to actually make a black face? I really hope not. Maybe like black hair. I don't even know like why we are all doing this yet. I also need to find the thermostat and I don't know where it is located. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Decrease fireplace temperature? No, increase fireplace temperature. This should hit things up. Right, we have something to talk about, but one moment, my friend. I feel like I might be able to do something here. Heat hold something flat, like a knife?
Huh?
That'll do perfectly. The ladder should be loose enough now to move. I think there'd be a few raised eyebrows if I were to walk around with the ladder. I should make sure no one is around. So we shall think about that as well. I think that I have something to talk about with the first mate. I need the first mate out of the way. I wonder if bringing up the captain might just do the trick. Did you just hear the captain?
I try not to when I don't have to.
I'm sure I just heard him say he was the best fisherman on his ship.
Him? He's barely capable of catching a cold.
I was under the impression he was a keen fisherman.
Keen, but useless.
Looks like reminding him of the captain's little white lies could do the trick.
He did mention some other things earlier that I thought were a bit strange. Be as inflammatory as possible. It was actually him that caught Arsene Lupin.
He's not wrong. If my chess partner here happens to secretly be Arsene Lupin.
And before I'm locked up, again, that was a joke, just not a very funny one.
He's as incompetent as he is delusional.
One more little push.
One of his crew stole his watch, I would say.
We've already been through this. It was that thief in disguise.
Maybe the captain was talking about someone else.
He was talking about me. If he really thinks I'm just gonna sit here and...
Buttons pushed.
You should tell him how you feel.
It's not a good idea.
I'll do that. Thanks, Horace.
Alright, that helped somehow. Now I need to get rid of Roseanne as well and those two over there.
Velmont, are you up for a challenge? If you can beat me with a single move, I will admit it.
No chess!
How could I say no to another opportunity to embarrass Mr. Roseanne?
I don't even know the rules.
One move is all I need.
Confident, aren't we? I don't think you realize who you're up against.
Okay, I see what's going on here. I need to checkmate in one move. First select the piece to move and then its position. I don't even know like the names and the roles and stuff. I don't even know if I'm black or white. Oh, okay, I'm white. So there is this thing, there is the... Are there rules? I don't know the rules at all. Like, I cannot even... I know that this is a horse. That's all. Ah, gosh. I'm going to have to reset the board, concentrate this time. Right. And what about you?
How did you? Here, take your king.
Cool. I have no idea how did I was just trying, like, you know, things. I think it took me like 10 tries.
Oh, I made it easy for you. I wouldn't want to embarrass you.
I'm embarrassed enough.
I'm up for another round if you are.
I would, but I've got somewhere else to be.
Even I felt how satisfying that was.
Monsieur Leblanc.
I'm not condoning your other activities, but there's something about seeing a man like that
Embarrassed?
corrected.
Right, so I need to... Can I ask you to leave? No, I cannot. So I need these two to leave as well, but I don't know how yet. Unusual king piece, not like any I've seen before. Such a large heart he's holding for the man in charge, but besides his queen. So that is one of the keys. We've got our heart-shaped hole. Then we have empty glass, a book, a uniform, a boot polish, and overheard riddle. A beacon through the darkness and struggles that stand before us. Without its guidance, we would be lost, wandering alone, aimlessly through the hardships of this world. I don't think that we are ready for that yet. Let's come back here. Now, I need to move you. What about the captain? We don't have anything to talk about, right? Georges?
Is it me, or is it getting hot in here?
You're looking rather flushed. Let me get you a drink.
Ask the maid, she'll get it. Just a water. I want to keep a clear head.
How can I help you?
I think Mr. Devon needs another drink.
Right away.
And voila, chaos ensues. How clumsy.
Right, so now I need to steal his ring somehow. Got it. Stop moving! Yeah, I will just wait here, maybe. No. Ah, it's difficult. Got it. This ring should fit perfectly. You look like you could do with a hand, Georges.
If you'll excuse me, I should get out of these wet rags. Let's have this cleaned up by the time I'm back, yes?
Right away.
Right, a bucket of water. A boot polish.
Maybe I should just hang up my boots altogether.
Okay. Then it has to be this empty glass. No more than a cup of water needed. Oh! For the fireplace, you mean? Right.
Oh.
We're not chatting, we are going to extinguish the fireplace. Oh! Maybe, I don't know. So first you need to decrease the strength of the fire. That's it, nice and easy. Minimal steam and noise should keep any unwanted attention away. I should have been doing this for years. A wonderfully clear diamond with a square cut. Find the right angle and I think it'll fit perfectly. Right, I'm not worried about the gas leakage at all. Maybe we need to turn it up again, I would say. Good. Because that wasn't safe at all. Right, so we have 3 shapes. I need to get me the ladder. How are we going to do that? Oh, now I can ask you to leave.
Good evening, Mr. Valmont.
There's been a small accident.
Accident?
I think the maid might have spilled some water down our host.
I'll tend to the situation immediately.
Perfect. That's one out of the way.
Now the Baron. I probably need to change my appearance. Am I right? Change costume. This has got to work. Oh yeah. Thankfully that was just hair. Now. Dear Baron.
Baron Cajon, what is it now?
You've been requested next door.
By whom?
Get him a taste of his own medicine. Mr. Devon said to wait for him in there. To host, obviously, who do you think? I don't know, to be honest.
I think I'll wait here until he returns.
Okay.
Not the obedient guest I was hoping he'd be.
There is a drink waiting for you?
I'm not a big drinker.
Your drinks cabinet would say otherwise. I don't have time for this. If he won't take the hint...
I'm confused what he was supposed to do here. Please, I'm just trying to do my job.
I had it up to here with you. Just wait until Georges hears about this.
Really, Arsene? Again?
You really are a stickler for the facts. Okay then.
Baron Cajon, what is it now?
You've been requested to the next door.
By whom?
Do we need to be rude? The host, obviously. What do you think?
To whom do you think you are talking?
It's not just a thermostat with rising temperatures.
I'm not going to repeat myself, old man.
Never once has even a member of my own staff spoken to me like that.
Oh, so we actually are trying to rile him up. Okay, I see.
I don't have time for this. If he won't take the hint...
I heard Arsene Lupin made you penniless.
How dare you! Georges! Where's Georges?
And goodbye, Baron. I know I make things look simple.
I don't envy the lengths you had to go to.
It would have been easier to have just been honest with him. That would have sent him running.
As well as the police, for you.
Now, the ladder. I'm also very curious about that mural. Now I should be able to reach much higher. Let's reach much higher. Good job, us. That's more like it. I should be able to reach the deer from here. I'm sorry, my old friend, but I need a tie. Did we get it? Oh, yeah. Alright. The diamond hole.
Yeah.
Fits like a glove. Okay, that's one. I need to make sure the other shaped holes have been filled before I can proceed. Heart-shaped hole.
Oh.
Fits like a glove. A teardrop. Dear eye.
Ah.
And the last one is this one, the shield. Fits like a glove. They certainly done something. I wonder if I can access the book now. Let's try.
Oh.
Finally, the second volume. This should give me the last clues I need to find where I enter the tunnel from. After construction of Chateau de Timbernil concluded, it was important for Duke Rollo to have the house blessed by the local preacher Father Duran. A grand party was thrown with the king as the guest of honor. While jesters entertained, maidens and other distinguished guests danced and enjoyed all that the chateau had to offer. Here is the... wait a second. Here the goal is to solve the riddle by linking elements of the books and mural. Each linkable node requires 2 links to succeed. I've got all the pieces here, I just need to make sense of them. Without the secret tunnel entrance, the heist will be all but impossible. The clues are all there, all that's left is to connect them together. What are you talking about? Chronique de Timbernil, Volume 1. Oh, I didn't read that. The book describes the surrounding area as well as a church, a chapel, a library, a theater and a castle. Then this is Volume 2 and the mural. Right, here the goal is to solve the riddle by linking elements of the books and mural. Each linkable node requires 2 links to succeed. Castle. While many dream of the riches, crowns and wealth that come with running a castle, the expectation is quickly dashed when the great responsibility becomes clear. Every Sunday, the local church was brimming with the parishioners, and the man believed to lead them to their salvation, the local father. A place of solemn prayer by candlelight for those of the house, and often where the tombs of past owners and those they trusted found their final resting place. The stage was a place for all performances, comedy, drama, tragedy. It was also used to announce guests arriving at many gatherings and parties. At the conclusion of the night, the belle of the ball would take the stage with her betrothed and dance for all to see. The library shows not only one's physical wealth, but wealth of knowledge. The books were available to any guest of the house that may show interest, from maidens visiting to the king himself. Right, library. Maiden and the king.
Really? You think so?
Did mention the king as well. Maybe not that king. Maybe the crown.
Maybe I should just hang up my...
Okay, maybe not. Well, I don't know, let's go. The stage. While visiting, King Francis II fell ill, as he was commonly known to do, and cut his stay short to return to his castle, where he spent most of his time to recover from his sickness away from the public eye. Duke Rollo, the once owner of Chateau de Timbernil, he was considered a guiding light to a new and prosperous France. A candle in the dark. Let's try Duke Rollo and a candle. That definitely sounds right. The king. The chalice?
Nope, that's not it.
Church, chapel, stage. I'm not too sure what to connect to. Castle! Okay. But each needs to be connected to 2 links, so... Father David Duran, the local preacher, was a regular at Chateau de Timbernil, regularly parting words of wisdom to the children of the house, even gifting each child with a cross of their own. Alright, I see 2 here. The first one is the chapel.
Back to the drawing board.
No, wait. Is it church? Oh, right, the church, right. And also the cross. There was a cross somewhere here. Okay, Jester Lorraine. Many chateaus were known to keep a jester present for the amusement of the family, and Chateau de Timbernil was no different, even erecting a stage for his daily performances. We have a stage here, but it should connect to something else as well, and I don't know, a bell? Yeah. Maiden. Oh, we need to collect it to Chalice. Then Duke Rollo, a candle, and I don't know, a castle maybe.
We all get it
No.
wrong.
Chapel. Oh. Right, king. A castle, and then he's sick. What is related to sickness? Maybe not a sickness, but crown. I think that I tried to connect it, but I kind of missed. That's why I didn't connect. Alright, so the next is a castle. Crowns and wealth. Let's try connecting to crown, and that worked. A church. Parishioners every Sunday, a local father, have no idea. A bell maybe?
It's not like my freedom hack.
Church. A chalice. No? Oh, church and cross, of course. And the chapel. So we need to connect it to candles. And then we have a stage. And that needs to be connected to, I think, bell. Because bell of the ball. And the library needs to be connected to chalice. Oh, I'm not surprised it stayed secret for so long. That riddle somehow connected to this? Okay, good. Don't know why. Anyway, who best fits the description of beacon through the darkness from the Vance riddle? Oh, now we are working on the riddle. A beacon through the darkness and struggles that stand before us. Without its guidance, we would be lost, wandering alone aimlessly through the hardships of this world. So the beacon of the darkness was Duke Rollo. Of course, Duke Rollo. Now where might I find him? What place described in the Chronique de Timbernil matches the riddle from Mr. Divan? Darkness and struggles. A castle, I guess. Is it like... What words are we looking at? Because I was looking at darkness, but maybe I need to look at the guidance. Then that would be the church, right? No. I don't know. A chapel. Ah, the chapel where like literally lies. I see. I thought it was like a metaphor or something. It's time to wrap this party up.
You made short work of a 200-year-old riddle? Secrets held only by the king.
That's where following the clues and some common sense gets you. And a little snooping, of course.
After discovering the secrets of the house, you must have had free rein to roam as you pleased.
It wasn't long before the other guests returned. But once Monsieur Devan declared that he was leaving to pick up some more guests, others soon took the hint and retired to bed. I'd have to wait until night fell to make my move.
And what move that would be? This is the chapel, I believe. We have a book here, written quote from Duke Rollo. It appears his journal was left for him, though the open page has something clearly missing. At the age of 80, my dying wish is Duke Rollo 933. Like you can see it on the left side, and like if we can use our modern tools to translate from French, we will get my dying wish is resting. Oh, the light is very beautiful, especially like at this angle. Okay, maybe not beautiful, but prominent. The tomb of Duke Rollo. Timbermenil. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, this has got to work. What do I press on the letters? Okay, I don't know what to do here. Then we have a hole in the wall. Nothing here. A candle. A lovely ornate candle, covered in dust but still hauntingly beautiful. And we cannot leave until we solve the puzzle. Let there be light. Ah, I see. At the age of 80, my dying wish is to be laid to rest in the place that left such a lasting impression on my life. Good. Impression on my... One moment? Lasting impression on my life. I don't know. Like, I understand that I need to press some letters, but I don't understand what letters and in what order. I believe that I should get the answer from this passage. But I don't know. Okay, L got impressed. Oh, Liber! Okay, Leber. No, maybe library? Like, I feel like maybe it's like life, but in German. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Liber or something, but doesn't seem so. Oh wait, the place that left such a lasting impression on my life. Cannot figure it out. But I will have to. I mean, I got L and I correctly. So I'm gonna just try like everything that we have here. But nothing works. So it doesn't matter in which order you press them, like I and in which place I and L work. But nothing else works. T works as well. It didn't work first time. Now L doesn't work. H works as well. So like individual letters seem to be working. Like you can get 2. I don't know what I did. I couldn't figure out the logic at all. I was just pressing randomly. I guess I'm just lucky. So if you were following me for some kind of understanding how this works, I'm sorry. I have no idea. Voila! Entrance, reveal yourself.
Then all you had left to do...
All you had left? A successful burglary takes more than just lifting art off the wall.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to belittle your craft. Please, continue.
If only I could understand. I don't. I didn't. Hello, Arsene Lupin here. You requested removal of furniture? Nothing? I suppose you'd better just start. I'm sure Divan won't miss... What was that? Uh-oh.
You can't stop there.
Who said anything about stopping? We're merely moving to the following day. Monsieur Divan.
No. You were standing in the gallery, arms and pockets full of stolen goods. Someone was coming, and you expect me not to query who it was?
In time, I promise. For now, picture this. Monsieur Divan has discovered his gallery empty. A detective has arrived at his gates alongside a truck full of furniture. Arriving at the chateau, having traveled across the channel at Georges Divan's request, he certainly had his work cut out for him. Never before had the traveling detective arrived at the crime scene where the stolen goods had been returned. If his reputation was correct, he would surely make short work of the investigation.
Impressive.
Who? The detective? I suppose so.
Green is not your color.
Jealousy never came into it. I'm just glad someone showed up to help. Divan was never going to work it out himself.
Sherlock Holmes. Is this us or is this real, Sherlock Holmes? Chateau de Timbermanil, another beautiful home fallen to the wicked tricks of Arsene Lupin. Mr. Devant's appeal for my help came as no surprise, and I plan on making this the last of his antics that goes unpunished.
You're here? Fantastic.
Was there an expectation that I wouldn't arrive?
No.
I traveled most of the night and boarded my final train at 3:45 p.m. so that I may arrive promptly at 4 p.m.
Well, then you're right on time.
Explain the circumstances.
It's not that easy. First of all, he took everything.
That didn't appear too tasking.
But this afternoon, everything was returned.
Then I am no longer needed. I doubt he will return, knowing he has already bested you.
Wait, you can't. You need to figure out how he got in. What if he does come back?
I've already wasted enough time discussing Mr. Lupin. I must find the scene of the crime and begin my investigation. I should assume that Mr. Devant won't have searched for any clues into how he was able to enter and escape seemingly undetected. That is where I shall start. While the case is not like any ordinary robbery, I must carefully consider all possibilities to eliminate the impossibilities. The investigation must still be completed logically, starting with how Arsene Lupin accessed the house in the first place. Right, returned pile of goods. The returned goods, he was able to make haste with a substantial number of valuables. Is this everything? Cabinet. The cabinet appears to be built into the floor. There are few reasons one would build it in such a way. Bottom bookcases. There appears to be space behind the shelves. The shelves are categorized: famous figures, famous inventions, and first edition crime novels. Perhaps the categories are significant. Silver armor, more glimmering than to be expected from armor of its age. Gold armor, shining and golden, untouched by damage, quite exquisite. A chess set. A beautiful, antique chess set. I wonder if Mr. Devant would like a game. On the other hand, could this be significant? A fireplace. It wouldn't be the first home I've been in that has a hidden secret behind the fireplace. If so, there must be a clue to suggest so somewhere. Chronique de Timbermanil volumes. Both books returned by Arsene Lupin, accompanied by a note from Mr. Devant, a beacon through the darkness and struggles that stand before us. Without its guidance, we should be lost, wandering alone aimlessly through the hardships of this world. The volumes detail the history of the chateau. We have two links, but I'm not done yet. Small pile of valuables. A small selection of valuable jewels, noticeably set aside from the other returned items. I wonder why. Something must be fake. Iron armor. This suit of armor is predominantly iron and has signs of rust. Divine servant. Bronze armor. A unique and interesting material to use for a set of armor. Alright, let's go upstairs. Anything here? Upper bookcases. Much like below, a wide variety of book selections to be read. If I recall correctly, the other side of this upper section is the external wall, an improbable entrance point surely. Right, Georges.
You're the best. If anyone can catch you, it's you.
Your belongings were returned.
The furniture, the artwork, the valuables, everything.
How were they delivered?
You must have seen the wagon outside. The clock struck 3 p.m. and in it rolled.
The riddle of the house is not the only intriguing mystery to solve. As much as the mystery lies in how the stolen items were whisked away, there is as much of a question as to why the items were returned. So, is there anything else that I might have missed? Can I talk with you? Mr. Devant didn't invite me here to snoop through his home. I guess no. Alright, then let's establish some links. Unless I can talk with you some more?
You're the best. If anyone can catch him, it's you.
I made sure to study the history of your home.
Fascinating, isn't it? I still can't believe I'm following in the footsteps of such characters.
I'm more interested in the secrets surrounding the building itself.
You want to solve the riddle of the secret tunnel, don't you? Could Lupin have already solved it?
Now you're thinking like a detective.
A detective? Well, but he can't have. He'd need both editions of the books and the riddle that only the owners of the house have access to.
Even after his home has just been ransacked, he still doubts Arsene Lupin's skills of deduction and reason.
Have you shared your riddle with anyone?
Of course I haven't. Except for maybe last night, after I announced you were arriving.
Congratulations. You gave Arsene Lupin the answers he was seeking.
He was here, in my house, during my party?
I have no doubts. In fact, I met him on my way here.
Earlier that day.
Excuse me, I have found myself in a moment of need.
Then you've stumbled upon the right man. How can I help you?
Is this the way to Chateau de Thibermesnil?
Yes, monsieur. Straight ahead.
His face, his mannerisms. Arsene Lupin is known as a master of disguise. But could his greatest disguise be himself?
No keener admirer than myself.
Most kind. You are leaving?
I thought it best to exit before I outstayed my welcome. My exit will make way for your grand arrival.
Don't tell me this chance interaction was all part of another drawn-out plan.
It wasn't. Just a stroke of luck. And I prefer long-term planning with multi-stage reveals. It sounds more professional, meticulous.
You're lucky he let you walk away.
As if an opportune moment like that would be how this story ends.
Oh, I have 5 links. Okay, let's start working. So first of all, how did Lupin infiltrate Chateau de Thibermesnil? Secret tunnel, upper bookcase, bottom bookcase, hidden entrance. Well, secret tunnel first of all. But I don't know, hidden entrance here?
There has to be a more logical... That points to no...
A riddle note.
It would be wise to take a second...
Oh, so I need to interconnect all of this here. Right.
I'll never catch him thinking like that.
Secret tunnel.
I have my methods for a reason.
Like, I wish it give me, like, a little bit more time to figure it out, because I could have done myself, but also because the links light up. I didn't even know, like, which one is connected to which. Confused me even more. There is no possible way a tunnel could be located there with the external wall. Not possible. Alright. Bottom bookcase.
There has to be a more...
Riddle note?
It would be wise to take...
But bottom bookcase connected to something as well.
I'll never catch him
But where exactly to this one?
There we have it.
Figures mentioned in the Chronique de Thibermesnil Volume 2 may also appear in this bookshelf. Any more suggestive connections? Hidden entrance in the cabinet. Maybe the Volume 1?
That points to nowhere but...
Whew. Riddle note. Has to be connected to something.
Elementary.
To false beacon. The riddle is clearly suggesting a light source, a fire of sorts perhaps. Any more suggestive connections? Couldn't even have guessed about that. Right, now I need to think about light source connection, familiar name connections, hidden entrance in the cabinet.
That points to nowhere but...
Familiar name connections?
Well, you have eliminated the impossible.
Okay. Both the lower bookcases and the fireplace can be connected in part to the secrets of the house. It would suggest the entrance may be there, connected through secrets. The cabinet, finally, maybe? Yes, there can only be one plausible option.
I have my methods for a reason.
The cabinet has no connection to the riddle, ruling it out as part of the secret tunnel. Cool. Why were George's Devant's belongings returned? Announced my arrival. throw a gathering to trap Lupin, announce the missing riddle, returned pile of goods, small pile of valuables, both Chronic the Timbernail volumes returned. Right, let's think this through.
I'll never catch him thinking what...
I'm having troubles today establishing links at all, like I just announced the missing riddle. Through a gathering to trap Lupin.
It would be wise to...
Announce my arrival.
There has to be a more...
I don't know.
When you have eliminated the impossible.
But didn't I try to connect this two already? Maybe I misclicked again, like that happened before. During the gathering, Lupin had a perfect opportunity to steal the book he was missing in order to pull off the heist. And then small pile of valuables and the return pile of goods. I think these two connected.
There we have it.
Yes. A separate pile was made with more valuable items on the armchair. Why would he separate these items in particular? Separate pile made. Lupin had perfect opportunity. Announce my arrival?
That points to nowhere.
Alright. Maybe these two.
There has to be a more...
Announce the missing riddle?
Elementary.
Mr. Divan gave the guest, and inadvertently Mr. Lupin, the missing clue to solve the mystery of the secret tunnel and led him to the spoils. Right. Lupin had all the info he needed. Separate piles made.
There we have it.
Now explain it to me, please. Even though Lupin had everything in place for this heist to go perfectly, it didn't. Ah, what could have spooked him so severely? Things didn't go to plan. Right. Announce my arrival.
I have my methods for a reason.
Lupin felt pressured and threatened by my impending arrival and decided to return everything. Alright. Must be nice, feeling that you threaten someone. Of the three possibilities, which does not lead to the secret entrance? Does not lead... Oh, I don't know. A cabinet? Oh, wait. Given the impossible nature of the top set of bookshelves and the unlikelihood of another purpose for the cabinet, it is safe to rule those out. I should look closer at the possibilities I'm left with. It was a sign of weakness, a fearful panic. There came the realization that the detective arriving would become too much, and Arsene Lupin folded like a piece of origami, returning the stolen goods. The secret entrance behind the fireplace or the bookshelves. The entrance is here somewhere, and with some logical thinking and deductions, I shall find it.
He didn't really say that, did he?
You weren't aware?
I am now. How could he? If anything, it was a great victory for me. I did what I set out to do, and even returned it all out of the goodness of my heart.
The goodness of your heart?
Okay, so my hand might have been forced. At least I don't need to feel bad anymore.
Anymore? Arsene, what did you do?
Fireplace and a bookcase. Okay, let's go investigate those. Let's start with the bookcase. On the shelves are various books filled with maps and details about navigation, including the 300-year-old book of constellations and how they are used to guide people. Section of famous figures. Let's look closer at the figures listed. A book dedicated to Duke Rollo, a direct connection to this chateau and the Chronique de Timbernail. For all those following the light trail, need these words. Heavy is the golden helm, who reigns in the dawn, drinking from a poisoned chalice shared between bishop and pawn. That has to be related to chess, right? Section crime. A great collection of crime novels. I'm sure in the not-so-distant future, stories of my unrivaled crime-solving abilities will line bookshelves across the world. Only your name will be butchered a little bit. Let's go upstairs. There's some more books. Section of herbs. various books on the natural world of herbology, detailing out the positive uses like creating alcohol and the negative poison. A 300-year-old book on poison has been bookmarked on page 3. Could this be significant? The first records of the word poison came from around 2000 AD, but the history of poison dates back almost to the birth of a man, where leaves, roots, and mushrooms were digested, often without awareness of their deadly properties until it is too late. What we refer to today as a poison can be far more advanced, with new means of being absorbed or consumed, with the victim unaware. With the addition of man-made poisons and chemicals, the act of administering via liquid form or by digestion has become a dangerous prospect for law enforcement. Alright. Horror section.
Oh.
Many a mystery turns to horror, though this mystery will not be one of them. What about this section? Wasn't active. Right, and next the fireplace.
Huh?
Well, I am looking for secrets around the fireplace, but don't seem to find any. Alright, what am I supposed to do now? Talk with the servant here?
Is there something you need?
How often are the fireplaces used?
Mr. Devan is very particular about the use of the fireplaces. He requests them fairly infrequently.
And last night?
Both the salon fireplace and the conservatory fireplace were lit during the gathering last night.
It would be simple for Lupin to make it to the salon from the conservatory. The fireplace in there must be checked too. Right, what do we have here then? Servants' bells? They have certainly had their fair share of use. Could they be significant to this riddle? Huh, don't know. A maid?
How can I help you?
Has the area been cleaned today?
Everything was tidied and clean after the gathering concluded. Nothing unusual or strange marks, if that's what you're asking, Detective.
The smallest detail could be helpful.
Besides the small incident with water being spilt over Mr. Devan last night, there's been nothing out of the ordinary.
Right. Let's see. Conservatory fireplace. It is not how I would expect to have found it after being used. There is discoloration and an unusual watermarks present. You have 2 links now. I suppose let's work on those. Fireplaces used irregularly. Fireplaces were lit last night. Oh, one moment. Fireplace logs have been moved. Accident last night.
I'll never catch him thinking.
But we know that that happened for sure.
When you have eliminated the impossible.
Okay. Between the logs being moved and the water stains, it's evident that there has been some activity within the fireplace. Can I verify this? Recent activity in the fireplace. Accident last night?
It would be wise to take a...
Fireplaces were lit last night.
Elementary.
Could my suspicions of the activity at the fireplace be caused by there merely being on activity from last night?
It would be wise to take... There we have it.
The irregular use of the fireplaces could explain what I suspected, such as the displaced logs. The irregular use explains activity.
That points to no...
It doesn't relate to the books at all. Am I right? Nothing unusual discovered.
I have my methods for a reason.
No marks from the fireplace were found anywhere in the house. No suspicious marks found. Accident last night. I mean, it has to lead somewhere, to water stains.
When you have eliminated the impossible.
It seems the water stains have a logical explanation outside of Lupin's influence. Can I verify this? Water stains not from... That's a lie. But that has to be connected to something. I'm sure the secret entrance is connected to the bookshelves, It is only which one that I'm still to determine. A beacon through the darkness and struggles that stand before us. Without its guidance, we would be lost, wandering alone, aimlessly through the hardships of this world. I do enjoy a riddle, especially when it may help with my search for the secret entrance. Which bookcase best matches the clues in the riddle? Expertly hidden. Which bookcase could lead to the secret tunnel? I would say navigation, but I could be wrong. I don't often rely on assumptions, but the section talking of light is the most related to the riddle and potentially the secret entrance. Now to work out how to open this. Duke Rollo's book had an interesting passage. I wonder if that could help.
Elementary.
Lupin could not have used the fireplace without leaving the smallest clue. How to access the secret tunnel behind the bookcase. I know where the secret entrance is, but not how to get the darn thing open. We didn't even try it yet. Section on navigation relates to Rings in the Dawn.
There has to be a more logical...
Section on famous figures, Bishop and Pawns.
I'll never catch him
Section of herbs. That relates to poison chalice.
There we have it.
Could this give me a clue to opening the secret tunnel? I don't know. Horror section. Don't know. Maybe not. Section on crime. Section on navigation. Maybe Golden Helm?
There has to be a more logical...
I don't know. Section on crime.
That points to nowhere but...
Do we have something more going on here? Servant bells. Oh, we see. So there are some more things here. Right. Servant bells will connect to Rings in the Dawn.
When you have eliminated the impossible.
Could this give me a clue to opening the secret tunnel? Then here we have a chess set and we have Bishop and Pawn.
I have my methods for a reason.
Would this give me a clue to opening the secret here? Maybe. I didn't realize that there were more. And armor will connect to the Golden Helm, of course. I think someone needs to learn the definition of secret.
Elementary.
Could this give me a clue to opening the secret tunnel? Have no idea, to be honest. I'm so confused about your logic at this very moment still. Like, I appreciate that your logic is different than Lupin's, for example. But also, it makes it more difficult. There are 4 bells that look as old as the building. Then we have the Golden Helm. I have always found the comfort and flexibility of medieval armor interesting. They had a far greater range of movement and space inside them than regularly believed. Could this be significant? Oh, there has to be a clue, but I don't see it anywhere. I don't know, there is nothing. Oh, Golden Helm. A number 2 can be seen inscribed on the back. Is it important? Probably. Let me write it down. Golden Helm 2. Oh wait, then bells is 4, right? Then there is a chess set. I can say with almost certainty this set was handmade and made especially to order. There are 4 bishops in a game of chess. There are 16 pawns in a game of chess. One moment. Chess. 4 bishops and 16 pawns. Then what's next? The bookcase, I suppose, probably. Section of navigation. Okay, this is super confusing. Someone was asking about that in the comments to my previous video, and I honestly don't know if I can help. Heavy is the Golden Helm, so that would be number 2. Who Rings in the Dawn, that would be number 4. Then Bishop. Wait, what about the Chalice? Chalice is 3. Alrighty. So I think I might have an idea, but I'm not very sure myself. Right, so golden helm at the first one is number 2, unless we count from the other side. I'm also a little bit concerned about shared bishop and pawn, so there is something to be shared, and I'm not sure like how you combine 4 and 16. We shall find out. Bells is number 4. Chalice is number 3. Or maybe actually no. So there is this is bishop, and then we have pawns. Number 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is this one? Yay! And with that, the secret entrance should reveal itself. Woohoo! I got it! I should make Mr. Divan aware of my discoveries. Hidden entrance. Yeah, let's talk with him first. And then I will edit this part, like a short part, just that they're opening the book is, because someone asked me, so I think it would make sense. Maybe some other people had struggles with that as well. To be honest, I had more struggles with the tomb of Duke Rollo. I couldn't figure that out at all, and I still don't know how that happened. Anyway, hi Georges.
You're the best. If anyone can catch him, it's you.
The secret entrance.
What did I say? The right man for the job.
It was quite simple when approached logically, as was the riddle. How it baffled so many for so long, well, baffles me.
That is so interesting that they both looked at the riddle and they approached it from different sides, but they came to the same conclusion. Very smart. Right, so do we just need to go now to the tunnel? The secret entrance. Oh, here we go. Duke Rollo's tomb.
Look at the state of this place.
I thought you appreciated the history of the house.
I do. I just wish it were a little tidier.
I get the impression Mr. Divan isn't as interested or invested in the history of the chateau as he first implied. Rather, just its wealth.
Alright, so what do we do here? That is the way back, but we cannot use that. Yes, this is, I'm still very confused. I don't know how I got it. I was just like pure luck. Burn candle.
This candle has been lit recently, meaning...
Meaning someone, Lupin, has been here. Ha! I'm getting pretty good at this, right?
Yes, very good.
What is that? Unexpected present.
Ah.
Is that my watch? A very familiar watch. Why be so audacious as to steal from the legendary Sherlock Holmes? My own watch, signed and sealed from Arsene Lupin.
You told me you didn't orchestrate that meeting with Detective Sholmes?
And that is the truth. But while he hesitated to seize his moment to apprehend me, I took mine to get on the front foot and set the stage for my next adversary.
You just couldn't help yourself.
You say it as though I hadn't learned anything. I no longer cared for what the wealthy considered valuable. My time in La Santé had shown me that there were more important things than material treasures.
Like going head-to-head with a detective from England?
Like not only challenging and pushing myself, but those that are there to protect the innocent of this world. How can they put their faith in those they believe they can trust if they are outsmarted by the likes of me?
We are both aware Arsene Lupin is no ordinary man.
A watch? How did it get here?
It appears that...
It's yours, isn't it? But to return it... Sherlock Holmes's watch, stolen by Arsene Lupin. Excuse me, it's just that it was you that said he wasn't to be underestimated, and now this.
A clever man indeed. Someday, we shall have the pleasure of meeting again. The world is just too small.
Oh, so now we can figure out why the belongings were returned. My watch. I guess it connects to here? I should have seen it earlier. It makes perfect sense.
When you have eliminated the impossible.
Lupin was never threatened by my presence. He was merely seeking a new challenge, and I being the best. Nice.
Excuse me, sir. Is this the way to the castle? The well-dressed and polite man asked. Yes, monsieur. Straight ahead. They are expecting you. My friend Devan told us that you were coming, and I am delighted to be the first to welcome you. Herlock Sholmes has no keener admirers than myself. The irony of such a meeting seemingly and understandably lost on the unaware detective.
Inspector Ganimard wasn't enough of a challenge for you?
As Monsieur Devan said, if you want to be the best, you must beat the best, thus concluding.
What? No, that can't be the end of it. Why did you return Monsieur Devan's belongings? Who found you the night of the burglary?
There's really nothing more to tell. It's not necessary for the story we're telling.
You want the truth to be known? Now is your chance.
You aren't going to let this go, are you?
So the final engagement. Is this the short part? Like, is this a short part? Or is this a long part? Because I would have wanted to finish my recordings, but also, like, if this is a short part, I might just do it. I'm sure Devan won't miss. What was that? Who could it be at this hour? If they were to see me like this, I'd be in quite a predicament and nowhere to hide.
It's you, Miss Nelly.
Oh, unexpected. Well, I did have a thought, but then I thought that... Huh? Oh, wait. She's engaged to George's, right?
Miss Underdown.
No longer Miss Nelly. The face that kept my mind sane during the long months imprisoned. Now a stranger.
Of course. I didn't expect to see you here.
No, I'm sure you didn't.
What are you doing here?
I was invited as a guest. I presume you were not?
Not directly. Although, I suppose...
I'll take that as a no.
It's obvious that she hasn't forgiven my previous deceptions.
Will you allow me the opportunity to explain? I really don't want to explain myself. I am myself the way that I am. If you don't accept me, then off you go.
What is there to say? Your actions speak for themselves.
How am I to prove my feelings for her are and always have been true if she won't let me speak?
Does it matter? I mean, I suppose it does. Like, I'm not the most romantic person in the world, like, not even close. So I don't really kind of feel this type of feelings, you know? There is so much that needs to be said.
I have nothing to say.
Will you at least listen?
If I can hear the desperation in my own voice, surely she can too.
Maybe she doesn't care.
I shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here.
Tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
I can't even imagine what you'll be doing then.
Everything will be returned. The furniture, the art, everything. You have my word.
Everything?
Everything. Then can we talk?
Will you meet me?
Listen. Footsteps. I hear someone.
No!
I don't hear anything.
Who's lying?
You must go. You must escape.
There it is. A flash of hope. She must still care.
Nothing in the world could make me break that promise. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
I understand now why you returned everything, but I don't understand how you did it.
It was you that spoke of the return of the army wagon full of furniture.
That I know, but how did you organize it from the house? You must have been surrounded by guests and staff.
Need I remind you of my title?
How could I forget?
I made a promise to Miss Nelly that Monsieur Devan's belongings would be returned, and I intend to keep it.
The grounds need to be cleared well before the goods are returned. With everything in the grounds ready, I'll need to let my men know it's time. If they move with haste, they should be here within 10 minutes. For the show to be effective, I'll need the audience, and what better way to do that than with a transport full of stolen goods pulling into the grounds. I must start with my disguise. A member of the staff should allow me to blend in and move around freely, because that should be the first one. Then the grounds need to be cleared well. Maybe the gates should be first. I don't know, let's try. Okay, so for the show to be effective, I'll need the audience. Maybe this is the two. No, okay. Then first go the grounds, and then maybe like so. Oh yeah. So my initial thought was correct. The plan is now in motion, and my promise will be fulfilled then. It'll be time to find Miss Nelly. The furniture has been successfully returned, and with only means to spare, I must find Miss Nelly Underdown. Is it her? Yes, it is her.
Have I not kept my promise?
I can see everything has been returned, but I fear for the wrong reasons.
There's no question about it. This is my last chance to prove to her I'm no longer the man she reads about in the newspaper.
But then what are you?
Why did you return Mr. Devan's belongings?
Now is the time to be honest. I wanted to show you I'm a man of my word.
Then you should have been honest with me from the start.
Well, that was a bad choice.
If I hadn't caught you, would you have returned today?
Now is the time to be honest. So I guess no.
Finally, a hint of the truth.
They say honesty is the best policy, even if you lose everything you love.
Have you committed any other crimes since you escaped?
I don't even actually remember. I think you already know.
And your arrogance stops you from admitting it.
Many confused confidence with it.
The ignorance to think your antics wouldn't make the national and international papers. I've read about everything.
So she does have interest still.
Everything?
Your time in Turkey, the aliases, Floriani Night and Captain Giano, the burglaries in Montigny, everything.
Oh yeah.
If she knows the details surrounding my time in Turkey, she'll know of the good I did in the name of my female traveling companion. There may still be hope.
Why do it all? The burglaries, the deception, the lies.
It's all I've ever known?
You don't have to live the life that was handed to you.
I've never had anything handed to me. Everything I have, I earned myself.
And what kind of life do you have to enjoy it? This is your last chance. What do you have to say?
While in El Santa, you were all I thought about.
Except for trying to escape and toy with the inspector?
Can you not separate the past from the present? Look at me, if only for a moment, as you did when I was Bernard d'Andrézy.
When you were someone else completely.
I am still that man.
And you are still Arsene Lupin.
Without saying a word, she pointed to a ring he was wearing on his forefinger, which consisted of a magnificent ruby. The ring belonged to Georges Davan. Once a thief, always a thief.
I'm sorry, that's how it ended.
Hindsight must surely be the most useless function of the human brain. Torturing oneself over an unalterable past.
If I have learned anything from our time together, it's that you're far more than just a thief. And I mean that in the politest way.
Thank you, my friend. It still doesn't make the loss any less painful.
One loss in a career of victories. Consider it that way.
The loss that cut so much deeper than the failed attempt on any jewel or diamond ever could.
Did you ever see her again?
Miss Underdown? I was tempted over the years, but seeing each other face to face wouldn't have been right for either of us.
Why specify face to face, Arsene?
Yahoo! The end! It was awesome. Really, I really enjoyed it. Really nice. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Have a nice day, night, morning. Bye bye.